Whether it's Trump or state politicians or senators, they want votes. And it is very clear that the American consumer wants access to hemp-derived THC and cannabis-derived THC. That has been proven without a doubt. 8 out of 10 Americans want it, they're getting it, they're using it, and they're getting it, by the way, in every single state. Doesn't matter, just like Texas. That means there's a lot of votes for this. So to me, if I'm a politician, I've got stances on the economy and taxes and all kinds of things, but I'm going to probably go with the 8 out of 10 Americans. It's just stupid not to. Hey everybody, Facebook Live, February 2026. Lots of news to talk about, state and federal level. As always, I'm going to just toss in the stories into chat, and then that way you can read them at your leisure and talk a little bit about them. So there's a big debate around Florida legalization on the ballot, back and forth. Supreme Court cancels this legalization at request of the Attorney General. I don't know if this makes the ballot a dead deal for 2026 in Florida, but again, this has seen a lot of back and forth, and hopefully they'll get it back. I think they had enough signatures, but I think we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. There is a lot of rescheduling news, as always. Remember, December 18th, Trump put the executive order ordering the Department of Justice and Pam Bondi to, as expeditiously as possible, finish the Schedule 3 move. It's been in process for 3 years. It's at the very, very final step of basically publishing the rule. Everything I'm hearing is that is going on behind the scenes right now. They're working on that rule, and people keep saying any day now. I expect it in the next 30 days. If it doesn't happen in the next 30 to 60 days, I think there's a chance that it may not happen before the midterm elections, but we'll see what happens. I think the first step is let's get out the first 30 to 60 days, and there's stories on this almost every day. Now, here's an article about, this is just an opinion, and he says right there, it's a window dressing for doing nothing. Again, we'll see. It's either going to happen or it's not. It's going to happen or not very soon. If it happens, it's going to be huge, even though it doesn't give us full descheduling, and it's still federally regulated medicine. It's huge in many other steps. It's real medicine for the first time ever. Schedule 3 are real medicines that are regulated. So 280E tax goes away. So it's very, very big news for the industry when this happens. There were a couple of big earning calls today from some of the big state operators. Green Thumb, True Leaf came out. I think Green Thumb said flat out, hey, we're not paying 280E tax. They're pretty connected as well, and saying, hey, we know this is going away this year, and so we're planning for not paying this tax anymore as well. Now, the anti-cannabis movement is very small, very well funded, and very loud. There was a New York Times editorial against cannabis. The overwhelming amount of medical studies, both in the federal government, in hospitals and universities, etc., are positive for cannabis and CBD and THC and many of these chemicals for many, many ailments. But it does not keep the naysayers from coming out loud and clear. Alcohol kills, I think, over 100,000 people per year. Opiates kill over 100,000 people per year. Cannabis kills 0. They missed that fact. It's a lot different. It's actually not only similar to alcohol or opiates, it's actually a lot better. But they're loud. That's not going to go away as well. So I'll let you read that one. You have to have a subscription to read the New York Times article, but you can get the headlines. CFO pipelines. Again, this is a subscription. So if you have a subscription to Fortune, you can get this article, but I've skimmed through most of this and basically just saying it's very, very hard for companies to find qualified CFOs. CFOs, most of them are a lot of times senior. They're aging out, and so there's a huge demand. Also, last time I checked, the average tenure for a CFO at a company was less than 2 years. So even when a company finds a CFO, they're bailing. And so there's a real need for world-class CFOs and for world-class CFOs in cannabis and hemp. And that will actually stay with you from startup to exit as well. So if you're a business owner and you need a CFO, or you're an accountant and you want to be a cannabis CFO, check us out at dopecfo.com as well. Now, on the hemp side, the hemp rule is, this isn't outlaw hemp. That's a big misconception. They're saying hemp produced THC that comes from hemp, those products will be banned after the midterms. Now, there's already all kinds of lobbying going on. There's one thing that just came up recently where they're trying to push it out as a part of this farm bill into 2 years from now to happening. It's a massive industry. It's not going to go away without a fight. It doesn't include hemp and hemp fiber products or CBD or other hemp products, but hemp-derived THC is a big, big market, and we're going to see a lot of battling around this, and we won't know till the finish line what's going to actually happen. Here's another one. Now, you're going to see even within the pro-cannabis movement, there's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be people that don't like Schedule 3 because we want, and I'm in that side, I want complete descheduling. I want to treat the hemp and cannabis industries the same. Let's not be battling each other. Let's just have one big industry. Do what you want. Let's regulate it at the state level. Either way, I think, in my opinion, I think it's coming, but I'll be proven right or wrong in the next 30 to 60 days with this rule coming out. But again, you can follow all this as well. Now, on the state level as well, Texas is very, very slowly moving forward with the medical movement. It's really the last big state. We've got California, Florida, New York, all into cannabis, 46 other states. Texas does have a medical cannabis program, and they are expanding it. And like this right here, marijuana legalization is on the ballot during the primary elections happening now. So it is moving forward. Every poll I've seen is 8 out of 10 Texans want access to medical cannabis. And we know for a fact Texans want THC. So there's right now today 40,000 outlets that you can buy hemp-derived THC, which is just the same as cannabis-derived THC. THC is THC. It's a chemical. Texans want it clearly. And so when 8 out of 10 Texans want something, usually they're going to get it. But we'll follow that along as well. Now this one in Kentucky. So this is a little bit interesting in that the entire hemp legalization, McConnell was hugely behind that back in 2018. But he was also the guy that threw this thing in the funding bill. So this wasn't like Congress decided to ban hemp, really. It was the government was shut down. We need to get it open. And McConnell attached this kind of under the radar. No one really actually cares about hemp that much in Congress. They've got bigger battles to fry. And so McConnell got this in. But again, it's killing his own state. These articles and movements are going to be endless all the way coming up, and it's going to be a very hot election issue as well. So again, whether it's Trump or state politicians or senators, they want votes. And it is very clear that the American consumer wants access to hemp-derived THC and cannabis-derived THC. That has been proven without a doubt. 8 out of 10 Americans want it. They're getting it. They're using it. And they're getting it, by the way, in every single state. Doesn't matter, just like Texas. So again, that means there's a lot of votes for this. So to me, if I'm a politician, I've got stances on the economy and taxes and all kinds of things, but I'm going to probably go with the 8 out of 10 Americans. It's just stupid not to. Gosh, here's another one. There are so many of these studies now, whether they're medical or just showing like, hey, this gives an alternative to alcohol that's less risky, less car crashes, etc. So we'll see lots of these stories. Okay, here's one. West Virginia's coming up. We've got a bill coming up. I'm going to just show a couple of these state ones. We've got one, Pennsylvania, same deal. They're a medical market, I think close to being full rec market as well. Then we go over to Virginia. This is very, very close. Finally, the prior governor was vetoing this because he hated cannabis. He's gone. We now have a woman governor that loves cannabis. And so this is very, very close. This is going to be a huge new market. So as always, for the last 25 years, state markets are pushing forward, period. Doesn't matter what Congress does. Congress or DEA or any of it. We're pushing forward with these products that their states want, and that is not changing. That movement's been moving forward for really 25 years since California, and it's not going backwards. It just won't happen. And so The feds will catch up. The only question is how long it takes. I think we've got a lot of hope with the rescheduling. And this legalizing marijuana in Pennsylvania, $500 million in revenue. So again, that's one of many reasons why states are legalizing. The population in the states wants it, generates revenues, which are needed for other programs. You have many reasons. Finally, this is another one that you have to opt into, but it just came out from Alpha Root, the insurance provider. They had a pretty deep dive report. You can fill out your info there if you click that, and you can get that report as well. So that's all the stories. We've got a lot, as usual, moving forward on the state side. We also have a Supreme Court or a court case on the New Mexico case that's slowly working its way through that. From all the court cases on the cannabis side saying why 280E is illegal, this is maybe the best one we've ever had, and it's moving slowly through the courts right now, even if we don't get the reclassification. So let's see what happens, and hopefully next month we will have reclassification, and we'll see you on that call and see where we are. And I'll be either right or wrong. I predicted that Trump would reschedule it all of last year when people were saying no. And that did happen on December 18th. And I think this rescheduling, from my knowledge, is being worked on right this second. This isn't pretend, like actual human beings in the DOJ are literally working on this rule. And when it's done, they're going to drop it. Now, after that, we're going to get litigation. And so there's going to be a window where cannabis will be on Schedule 3. And so now the shoe finally, 25 years later, is on the other foot. Instead of companies suing Congress and the states and the feds that cannabis should be illegal, now it's the other side. The anti-cannabis people can come in and sue and say, oh, that's not right. They can't move it to Schedule 3. Well, the DOJ actually can. And the HHS already approved it. And the FDA approved it. And the president approved it. And a majority of Congress is already on the side of this as well. So the lawsuits will lose. It's just a question, does it take 6 months or a year? But it doesn't matter, because while that litigation is happening, cannabis will be on Schedule 3. 280E will not apply. There will be massive flood of capital, M&A, startups coming in. So anyway, I'm excited for that moment, and we'll see you next month.